Hey guys, I'm Carl, and this is Ross.
Hey guys, I'm Zoe.
And I'm Paul. Today we're going to be talking about relationships and what relationships mean to people.
And we're going to be interviewing the people in Bagnallstown, Carlow and the Vault, and we'll have some music thrown in there too.
Enjoy the episode.
What is a relationship to you?
A relationship is when two or more people communicate together in a daily basis and more than once a day.
The most important relationship in my life is probably my family, because they can support me.
How do relationships affect your mental health?
Well, if I'm ever going through something tough, as I said, my family is there to support me through it and just help me to get through.
My name is Keeliggy and we're here in Bagnallstown Library, and we're here today to just talk a little bit about relationships.
Hello, my name is Bridget Johnson. I'm working here in Winnipeg, Bagnallstown Library, and the topic that Winnipeg has chosen is on relationships. And in the rainbow section, it deals with all kinds of relationships for adults or teenagers. The first one is, well, it says the teenage guide to stress. Inside this is many very useful topics, and one which is very good is the one on relationships. And the other book is Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul. This is humour in it and deals with conflict and problems teenagers have gone through and overcome. They're very easily identifiable by the rainbow sticker here on the side. And we can come straight in and just go down and pick out a section. If you don't see a book here or you'd like to request one, you can ask the librarian to get it for you, or it can be got from any other library, or you can request online if you're online. Membership is completely free for students and for all adults as well since January 2016.
What's the difference between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship?
Okay, so a healthy relationship would be that if we go with, say, a romantic relationship, for example, and it applies right across the other relationships, as I was saying, is to be able to be yourself. You know, in every new relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, we want to spend every minute with a person. We want to know what they're doing, we want to know where they are, who they're with and all that. But actually the healthy relationship is setting boundaries, you know, knowing when to take your time out for yourself and to allow the other person to have to say. Also as well, in a healthy relationship we actually encourage each other. We also, you know, I suppose I forgot to say, the predominance of a healthy relationship is communication. So if we communicate clearly from the onset, you know, or if we have an argument, that we're able to say it, have our argument, and also be able to help apologise, you know, knowing when you're wrong and to apologise to the other person. So really the key to a healthy relationship is communication and trust, and to be able to feel safe in that relationship. So I suppose the unhealthy is kind of the opposite to that. So if the person is being too overpowering or, you know, too possessive, say for example, you know, sometimes when you're in a unhealthy relationship, that, you know, the person wants to know, as I said before, you know, where you go. They want to be possessive of you, they want to control you.
How do you think relationships break down?
Relationships break down for many reasons, but I suppose, as I said before, communication. So it's the lack of communication, not being able to say what it is that you want in the relationship, whether that's you want space or whether you want to spend more time with the other person. Also, another reason that it can break down is because of different expectations of the relationship. So one person might want to move it on a little bit more than the other person, and the other person might be just quite happy to see that person once or twice a week. whereas the other person might want more. It could also be that you're at a different stage in your life, you know, and want to go separate ways. Also as well, the natural progression as well is growing apart from each other. So.
Why do relationships affect our mental health?
Okay, so they affect your mental health because, you know, if you're in a good relationship or a good friendship, we tend to encourage the other person. So it will help with your stress levels as well. You won't be stressed out. So if you have a good friend or a good partner or boyfriend, girlfriend, they will actually help you de-stress because you can go and you can talk to them, you can communicate how you're feeling and what's going on for you. So therefore, you know, that's going to have a positive effect on you. It also as well, like people that tend to have poor relationships tend to have mental health issues. Because they don't have the confidence to speak up to a person and tell them how they're feeling or feel completely isolated and lonely. So, you know, it's always good to have a relationship with somebody that you can go and talk to and voice your concerns to. So, you know, basically the way I go is treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you treat a person with kindness, of course they're going to treat you with kindness. And if you're unkind to them, then they'll be unkind to you too. So it's and even the research shows that, you know, if you're in a good, healthy social relationships, 50% of people are more likely to survive things like depression and general health issues as well. They have more of a chance.
It's you! Oh my God, I've missed you so much. I haven't seen you all day. You're the most important part of my life. I love you. I've missed you so much.
What is a relationship? A relationship, in my opinion, I suppose, is a bond between two people, whether it's...
Okay, and what do you think, Avril? What is a relationship to you?
A bond between, like, the exact same thing. Like a bond between two things. It doesn't have to be people, though. It can be like a book or your phone or something as well.
Well, sure, the first thing is she's my daughter. She's part of me and part of her mother, I suppose, and it's two into one, and everything about her is special.
James, how do you think your relationship with Avril affects your mental health? Good, bad or indifferent?
Worry. We all worry about silly things and stupid things, I suppose, going through life, but you'll always worry about your child. I remember when she was born, she'd fit from my finger to my elbow, and now look at the size of her, and I'm worried all the time when she's in school that she's getting on okay. She's not being bullied. She's, you know, her studies are going okay, and even when she's grown up and has kids of her own, I'm still going to worry about her.
So, Avril, how do you think your relationship with your dad affects your mental health?
It's good to know that he's always there if I need to talk to him. Like, he's just a phone call away all the time, no matter where I am. But yeah. Well,
look, I suppose I'm no expert in it, but my relationship with Avril is good. And a piece of advice that I got a good few years ago, and I thought it was the cream of the crop in advice, was if you know your children's friends, you'll know your children. And I think Avril will agree, there's never an issue with any of her friends coming up to the house, staying over, staying there as long as they want. We drop them home, we pick them up, whatever. Because when they're there, you know what they're up to, who they're with.
I don't know, you kind of have to like respect your parents. Like, they're only trying to look after you at the end of the day. Like, they're always only looking out for you no matter what they say, even if sometimes you might think that they're wrong. Turns out. At the end of the day, it could be like that they're right and you're wrong, and then you could regret your decision.
She'd always sit down and put a good case forward, you know, and like what you said earlier on, like chatting about it, we'd go through every angle, and even I'd be coming at it from a totally different angle than she would, and she'd have the answers, and she'd say, yeah, but, and she'd bring you around to that way of thinking, and you're kind of looking at her half the time going, yeah, but the other side of the coin is this, that and the other. And she said, yeah, but... So she normally has her research and her homework done when she wants to do something like that.
So you get a plan in place and get ready for battle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are afraid to tell their parents, like, if they're going out with someone, or if they're like, something like as simple as that. Like, that's simple for me to talk to my parents about. Like anything, they could be afraid to tell them anything, or afraid that they'd find out on Facebook or something like that, so they block them, whereas I don't block my parents on anything. I don't know, you kind of just have to trust them or know that they're there to help you.
She's not only my daughter, she's also one of my best friends, in fairness. Thank you.
So that's all from us this week. So remember, there's always someone there you could talk to. So catch us there.